Hey, hey! Who we got there? Right off the bat, I got Mr. BHB, Bruce! Bruce is in the house. Welcome to Canuck with Guitar. Unfortunately, tonight, Richie's quite under the weather, so I'm going solo tonight, so I thought I'd change up the name of the show a bit. JJ's House of Jams, hey, hey! Yeah, so we're Canuck with a guitar. Well, I suppose it's still Canuck with guitars, because I do have more than one guitar. So yeah, doing the show solo tonight, and hope everyone's doing well. Gonna have myself another stubby beverage. A little conversation lubrication for the evening. There we go. Cheers, boys. Who do we got here? Medicated one, you made it! Yeah, buddy. Just, I'm going to bring up the chat here on the old laptop. Yes. Cheers, sir. What an excuse to have another sip, right? So as everyone knows, we do the big show on Thursdays. R2, R3 made it. And yeah, the big show, you know, myself and Richie. But again, Richie's under the weather. Steph, his fiance's under the weather. I messaged him, about 4:30, I guess. And I was like, dude, you got the iPad all charged up for tonight's show, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, man. He says, I'm dying. I didn't go to work today. Steph didn't go to work today. I said, get well. Don't worry about it. You know, it's just a YouTube show. We can figure it out on our own. No big deal. Distracted. I got myself playing right here. Anyway, so yeah. So what's going on there? So we got some news. What else do I got coming on? Before I forget, and I'm going to mention it again, once we pass the top of the hour, because I hopped on a little early, because I'm just sitting around tapping my foot like Sonic the Hedgehog, I want to thank renofin.ca, Renofin Guitars, out of Vancouver, BC. Check them out, our show sponsor for the big Thursday shoe. Great guy, Travis Taylor. I've known him almost 40 years, I guess. I've known him since he was, you know, little gaffer. Yeah, we got all kinds of people in the house here. 4 thumbs ups already. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, we got a guitar to show off. I had a different guitar to show off tonight, but it's sitting at Richie's place. I keep pointing this way because that's west, and Rich is 10 miles due west of me, so... Yeah, so waiting on packages in the mail. They're not arriving. Supposed to have the day off work tomorrow, but I got a message 20 minutes, half an hour ago asking if I could work tomorrow because the manager's kid is sick and can I cover? I said, yep, no problem. More money for Gearfest, right guys? More money for Gearfest. Yes. We got R2, we got Bruce, we got JJ, we got Medicated One. Medicated One, you're out of Toronto area, I think we were talking. So, yes. So, what do you guys want to hit on first? I'm kind of at a mercy tonight. You know, I usually have my phone with all these notes and I show off photos and there's a new signature guitar I want to talk about, but I can't show it off. Oh, Kirkland Lake. Oh, okay. Cool. More northern Ontario. Top of Lake Superior, if I'm not mistaken, around area. Absolute Mayhem's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Yeah. See, yeah, I'm going to talk about that signature guitar next week because I like to show off a picture of it. And obviously we'll be showing off Shane's guitar next week. Yeah, for a drummer, he's got a heck of a guitar. So, nice little guitar. I'm sure you guys will enjoy. 3 hours north of North Bay. Okay, so that's about 8 hours north of me. Northwest. Okay, cool. And what else? So, news. Let's get to the news. Guitar Center got the credit rating lowered again this week. Doesn't really affect us here in Canada, but they are a major retailer, so really, it affects everybody. Because if they file Chapter 11 and they don't pay off the bills they owe to the various guitar manufacturers, that could be huge. It definitely would put Gibson under. Or force them into sell-off mode big time. So, yeah. So, there's that, yeah. I'm not gonna touch it. I didn't read into it too much. It's just, yeah, another one, you know. But you know, we're due for the quarterly report, so they got downgraded again. I don't know how many times they can get downgraded before they're ungraded, but whatever. Maybe we'll see some sales out of it, folks. You know, do some blowouts, try to raise some quick cash. So we'll see. Oh, what do we got here? R2R3 Locking Note says, Absolute Mayhem. Hey, how's the Schecter? And he replies, it's a beaut, loving it. That was the guitar. If you guys tuned in, was that 2 videos ago? Last Sunday, we did the 2-hour setup, which got kind of pixelated and dropped part of it. And don't even get me started. On the plus side, for all the hassle I went through, karma being what it is, and I'm a huge believer in karma, somehow I picked up 7 new subscribers during that broadcast. Well, to you 7, thanks. I appreciate it. Seriously. That was awesome. So I really appreciate that, guys. Spread the word. Let's see here. Mr. BHB Bruce says, R203, the new Ivory Wolfgang Special is now, it's in at Sweetwater, along with the Orange Crush that was already there. Still waiting on the Candy Apple Red. And JJ, House of Jams, which, by the way, go sub to JJ. He says, was just talking to my friends who work at Guitar Center. They say it's all BS, everything's fine, all corporations have debt, just in the news. Yeah, exactly. We got Johnny Bean in the house. What up? What's up? We got a sick Richie, so I'm flying solo tonight. And yeah, I'm flying solo. So why not? You know, it's not like I haven't done it before, so. Oh, Medicaid was saying, yeah, it's a nice guitar. Yeah, she's a beaut. She was a nice little guitar. So yeah, Richie's sick. Guitar Center isn't really sick. It ebbs and flows. All depends too, because they're gonna have a bad quarter. Just to touch on one, they would have put in all their NAMM orders. So right there, they're gonna have so much outlay that they can't reap yet. And yes, I said reap, Johnny. So what else we got going on? What was the other news? Oh yeah. How many lovers of 80s rock metal, specifically the Sunset Strip stuff out there? You got fans of that stuff? If any of you guys are friends, I saw the source, so I'm going to claim the source being Michael Smith. You guys know, we see him from time to time on Johnny's show or in the chat and stuff out in Colorado. He shared it last night. I had to click on it because it affected one of my favorite guitar players. Apparently, Rat fired Warren DeMartini. What? Yeah. The band's finally back together for what, a couple of months kind of thing, instead of having 3 forms of Rat touring around at the same time. And they fired Warren. I just shake my head. Yes, Bruce. I didn't tell you that earlier today, did I? And R2R3 says, Guitar Center is sending lots of offers and coupons to my email lately. They are tempting me. No doubt. Yeah. What else? See, because I don't have my phone with my notes on it, I wrote down some notes. Yep. From what I read, it was out of, was it Metal Sludge? One of those sites that had it. You know, it's a pretty legit site, so I'm going to say, you know, from what I saw, that's what it appears to be. I read the article, and they didn't give a reason or anything. It was just the fact that it had happened. So, early reports, we'll see. I hope not, because, man, that guy had amazing tone. Yeah. Did that. Can I do that? Am I able to share the show from here? Oh, I can. Cool. See, I have to make a note to share show. I'm on and I'm live. Exclamation mark. Post to Facebook. Because I know this will share to Twitter once it's done anyway, so we'll just do that. Embed. No, I don't know. No, I don't know how to do that stuff, so. Maybe I'll talk to Johnny about that so he knows how to embed stuff and do all that stuff because he's the wily veteran. R2R3 says, better scoop up those signature Warren Charvel signatures. I think he's got enough of a working relationship with them over, what, 20 some odd years that Doesn't matter what he's doing. He's going to have that endorsement. Hey, Dry Heat 480's in the house. Cool, cool. What else we got going on here? Did that. We covered that. Alright, oh yeah, wrapping up my latest contest next week. That's the one for the music brochures and stickers and stuff. To enter, just go on any previously posted video and just put in the comments below, I want in the contest, or I want the brochures, you know, just something that stands out so I know. And you're in the contest. And then once we select a winner, then we'll work out getting in touch with each other and stuff like that. You know, I'm friends with a lot of you guys on Facebook, or, you know, we can do email, whatever, R2R3, I got your email. Absolute Mayhem, if you win, just come in the vape shop and pick it up, save me postage. Hey, Showman Blues is in the house. Welcome, welcome. So we got that, we did that, we did that. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm assuming that link you just sent me, Johnny, is on embedding stuff. Just a guess. So, yeah, awesome, awesome. What else we got here? Oh yeah, that repair vid. Crazy, I'm getting crazy views on that. Thanks, guys, that's awesome. Like 50% more views than usual. Just get that preview out of the way. Appreciate it, Johnny. Yeah, you guys seem to be liking these repair videos. I seem to get a boost, and it was funny. I was on a hangout with In the Blues last week, I guess, and he was saying how he looks at the analytics and stuff, and you see which videos he does, because he does a variety of different things, like sort of like I do. He does live, he does reviews, whatever, only way better. Like, let's be honest, he's got one of the most amazing channels on this YouTube deal. And excuse me, and he was saying how he looks at the videos and he sees which ones do better than others. And so I did the same thing, and I noticed the repair videos were doing well, so I'm gonna definitely try to do more of them. And you know, any guys that, especially if you're in Southern Ontario and you want your guitar set up, sure, I'll do it. You know, we'll just work at the logistics. You know, I don't want you guys having to ship guitars and I have to ship them back, because that gets super expensive and stuff like that. I'm no Phil McKnight. So maybe down the road we can do that. But you know, we got to get that 1,000 subs and get a few of those TV commercials happening on here, and they can pay for the shipping. So yeah, that's going awesome. What else we got going on here? If you guys haven't already, you'll see him on Johnny Bean's show from time to time. And by the way, hey, Michael Bishop, good to see you. Caleb Rappaport, if you haven't already, subscribe to his channel, Caleb's Guitar Leads. He's got one episode up so far. Awesome. Absolutely awesome stuff. Loved it. And I can't believe he's doing all these videos right on his phone. It's crazy. You may recognize Caleb from things like the late night hangouts when he's hanging out on the Sunset Strip and stuff like that. He's a cool cat. Check out his stuff. He's a good guy. Excuse me. Oh, okay. We're only 5 after 8. Awesome. Now I'm just blowing through everything on my list. Yes, R2R3 says the Rappaport report. That's right. So, yeah, his stuff's going well. Of course, Johnny Bean, if you don't know, I think all you guys know Johnny Bean. Although, Absolute Mayhem, you should get on there. Johnny does great stuff. What's that? Oh, it's a Google email comes up. Man, of all times. It always happens when I'm live with you guys. So boom, boom, my phone starts blowing up. It's crazy. So again, if you're just tuning in, no Richie tonight, obviously. This isn't Richie's place. This is my place. He's under the weather, so I'm flying solo. What else we got going on? You guys have any questions? Anything you've heard? What do we got here? Ben could always do Ben's stories from the road. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's some of those. There's always some of those. Yeah, and that would take up some time too, wouldn't it? So covered that. Covered that. I'm gonna wait a little while on showing off a guitar. Oh. Here's a question. Showman asked, how long have I been playing? I started playing guitar January 1st, 1989. And I remember it was January 1st because for 4 months prior to that, I was trying to play or learn bass. And then I decided to switch to guitar, and I decided a nice easy date to remember. I'd just do it New Year's Day. Excuse me, fumbled my way through high school playing guitar. By the end of high school, got okay. And then, like a lot of us, you're a living room, bedroom player, what have you, and I wasn't gigging or anything, and then I decided, okay, I gotta get myself, a day job and all that stuff, and so, there was times in my 20s, I'd go to a family function at my in-laws' place, and one of the cousins would bring a guitar, and I'd pick it up and I'd play on it for half an hour, and then literally wouldn't pick up a guitar until the next Christmas function when the same cousin brought a guitar by. And that was that way for a number of years, and I got back into it 6, 7 years ago, I would say. 6, 7 years ago, noodling around again, bedroom playing. I met Rich. We would jam at his place. And then I started a sound production company where I would provide the PA and sound system for live bands and, mix sound for bands. Did that for a couple of years. Then I realized, on local level, and I realized all my friends are up on stage having fun. So I thought, you know what? I need to get into playing again. And so I looked around and I looked at the busiest band in the area, because I didn't want to be one of these guys that, jamming once a week in someone's garage or basement just to play a gig every 3 or 4 months. I wanted a gig, so I looked around to the busiest band in the area. They were a 4-piece heavy rock, kind of a Godsmack sounding band, which I wasn't really into, but they were pretty good. So sat down, jammed with them, and you always find a spot as a rhythm player as soon as the lead guy takes a break. 9 times out of 10, you get that fall off, right? Just bass and drums. So you always had a spot playing rhythm, and played with them for a couple of years, and then joined a few other bands over the last few years. And Richie and I have been playing together for a few years now, which that was an overlap. The first project we did together was a reformation of one of his older bands, and the band One Day to Live that I was currently in, they had a rule of like no side projects, always focused just on our stuff. And I'm like, screw that. I'm joining up with this band. Again, as a second guitar player, rhythm player. And so the singer at first of One Day to Live, who runs the band, and he's kind of, I don't know about this and stuff. And I said, don't, you book in advance, then, those dates are booked. If they book something before you do, several months out, sorry, I'm going to do that. Same way you have an event with your family on a weekend and you're not available. Well, guess what? I don't have a family. I'm doing this. And they really started giving me a hard time about it. And then he let it go. And then I ended up leaving the band a few months later anyways. And then we were hanging out together afterwards, after I'd left the band. And he said to me, he says, you know why I gave you such a hard time? And I said, well, you got the band rules, blah, blah. He says, no, it wasn't that. It was the fact that, he said, I knew when you joined a band with your best friend, the writing was on the wall as far as playing with us. And I went, okay, well, that's fair. Hey, Blackie DH is in the house. Ah, showman. It's a journey, right? It's a journey. Yeah, absolute mayhem. Look at him. He's 2 weeks back in the saddle. Exactly. Dry Heat says, no offense, but we all suck, or we would be touring no time. Not necessarily. There's the good players, they never get a gig, and, the guys absolutely shred, but so many things have to fall into place. Medicated One says, question, what is the worst thing that happened to you during a gig? Mine was blowing up a Marshall valve state in sound check, then having to find a backup in 3 hours. Well, there's the obvious, breaking a string. Nothing. We can go 2 ways. Hey, Tanaka's in the house. Has anyone heard the Korg Miku battle? Yes, the Andertons review of the Korg Miku is single-handedly the best review ever known to man. That's awesome. Yeah, worst thing. Well, we'll go 2 things. Equipment and me. I had a chance I was playing a gig opening for, well, you'd probably know of them, Medicated One, depending on your age. Remember the Killer Dwarves? Killer Dwarfs reformed a few years ago, and I was playing a gig opening for them. And after, of course, yeah, of course, exactly. Um, if you don't know the Killer Dwarfs, folks, look them up. They're great, just great. 80s rock. And yeah, so we loaded in, and I'm pretty achy. I got a lot of arthritis, and my shoulder was feeling just, for lack of a better term, weird. And I remember I was sitting in the van, and I reached back to grab something. I popped my shoulder out of its socket. To which my roadie for the night got it most of the way back in, but it was basically hanging limp. And so, stand up. I had to lower my guitar down because I couldn't lift my arm, and just played like that the whole set with my arm just kind of hanging there. It was kind of numb, and yeah, it sucked. I had a similar thing happen with this shoulder actually last year, and it's now what they call a frozen shoulder. If you guys can see that, it only goes that high, and then it freezes there. It won't actually straighten out or lift or anything, which really sucks. Pain-free unless you twist a certain way, then it really sucks, but it's getting better. It takes about a year, and then all of a sudden it pops, and you're good to go. So, as far as gear, had my whole pedal board die with the power supply for my pedal board fail. Had cables fail. What else? Wireless pack die. That's pretty common, unfortunately. Blew up an amp on stage. I think I talked about that. I don't know if that was on one of these hangouts. I was playing a small independent festival. We were the headliners. And it was really cool for like grassroots bands, and they had it set up where you would do an interview. Hey, Clam Fingers. Oh, yeah. We were doing it like they would set up, like they would do a mini photo shoot with you, do a couple of interviews, and then you played your set. And it kind of gave you the idea of what it feels like to be a rock star, or whatever you want to call it. So, just Canuck tonight, by the way, Clam Fingers, because Richie's sick. So, it's me solo tonight on the Thursday show. So yeah, we got there, and there was a hassle. We were supposed to originally play like an hour, then got shortened to half an hour because they had a hard finish time. So then we got down to like 3 songs, and this is like an hour's drive away. And I just said, screw it, we're walking, we're bailing. The guy begged us to stay. I required a certain back line for us. In fact, I requested half stacks for the 2 guitar players, and then at least a 15 or a 210 for the bass player, like or a combo of both, like a decent back line. I show up and I swear I was playing through a Fender Champ. It was just a little Fender tube, at least, and I insist on tube as well. And I was like, what's this? Well, maybe it might have been like, what was that, 110 Princeton or something like that? And this isn't going to work, dude. Like, we play like Godsmack in drop C. Hey, Gas and Bullets made it. Awesome. Yeah, so I told him, like, dude, I am not responsible for this. We play loud, we play hard. And he's like, do what you gotta do. I'm like, okay. Plugged my pedal board into it. Dimed it as much. I pretty much dimed the amp across the top. And yeah, I think we ended up playing 4 songs, and that amp was dancing on the stage. It was vibrating so bad and bouncing around. And it started shaking itself loose, and I could hear it during the 2nd song starting to go. By the 3rd song, it was starting to buzz, and by the end of the 4th song, it was making noises that you would pay $500 for a boutique fuzz that's all dying sounding. You guys know those pedals. That's what it sounded like. And so, as soon as we were done the song, I looked at the bandmates. I said, break down your gear as fast as humanly possible. Get loaded up. We got to get out of Dodge. So why? I said, because I just destroyed that amp, and they're going to want money. And so we booked it out of there. And, we said a quick farewell. We didn't tell them. I didn't say squat because I didn't have the money to buy it or replace it because they got on loan from a music store. And I got an email a couple days later. What happened to that amp? And all I replied was, I told you what we needed. You failed to do it. That's on you. He wanted me to buy it. I'm like, nope. So, too bad. Missing some of the stuff here. What do we got, Ty? Tow rope. Uh-oh. You had a vibrating amp too, I'm guessing? I had a Line 6 Spire flyer in the back of my truck. Oh, on the way to a show, my tailgate did latch and turn around. Oh, jeez. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, got her together enough to do the gig. Right on, buddy. That's awesome. So Gas and Bullets. If you guys aren't familiar, we first met in here about a week ago or so. He's got a reverb page that you can contact him to called Vetra Tone Pedals, which is Vetra like veteran without an N. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. And he does custom pedal builds at reasonably priced. And I mean custom pedal builds, like we're talking the circuitry. He'll get in touch with you. What do you want, kind of housing you want it in, what kind of finish, paint jobs, everything. Top to bottom, start to finish. I'm sure he doesn't like to brag about it. He's a wounded warrior. You know, he served your country if you're American. And yeah, he's trying to, you know, put together a little pedal company. So if you guys are into custom pedals, actually he's pretty reasonable, Ty. You'd be surprised. He and I have been talking. And yeah, you know, subscribe to his page or whatever so you can get in touch with him. And he's got some reasonable rates, really, guys. Like, I don't know what pedal costs are in the US, but I think they're about 40% higher here. And put it this way, I could get like, excuse me. I think his stuff's cheaper than the MXR for me. Vetratone pedals, yeah. Vetratone. Guys, check it out. It's a cool name. And yeah, I was waiting for you to show up, buddy, so I could give you a plug because I wanted you to be here in case I messed something up. And you know, any of you guys, if you guys are doing anything musically and stuff, you're into stuff, you know, let me know. I don't mind giving a shout out. I'm just a guy, you know. We're just hanging out. You know, it's not like we're forcing people to click links. And if somebody else in the chat, you know, is interested, like just Ty said, I'm interested, I'll check it out. Well, hey, you know, if it means, you know, he builds another pedal a year because I'm talking about it, awesome. You know, I did my part. You know, I'm not expecting anything back in return other than, you know, we'll hook up because I got a few pedal ideas that I'm going to talk to him about. Because he's so reasonably priced, and I'm not cheap, I'm cost effective, which is a polite way of saying I'm cheap. And let's be honest, I'm a gigging musician that gigs locally. I don't have a ton of surplus money, but I love the boutique factor. There we go. InspireVeterans@gmail.com. And I'm not going to block that. I'm leaving that there for the chat replay and stuff. I'm sure Gas and Bullets doesn't mind. So, hey, BV! Konnichiwa! Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm sure you don't mind me saying, BV's doing some playing in Japan. He's not in Switzerland. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, he's currently in Japan doing some gigs, and gigs, I assume. Yeah. And Bruce says, hey, BV, I didn't know you were Japanese. Oh, he's assimilating. He's assimilating. So, yeah. What do we got for time? Oh, we're doing pretty good here. So, go another 45 minutes or so anyway. So, anybody want to see a guitar? Working on a modified DoD 250 for a customer with added treble and bass controls. I don't know what a DoD 250 is. I know DoD. Steve Hogan. I don't recognize your name. Welcome. Or maybe I do and I'm just forgetful. If you guys know me, I have a terrible memory. So I assume that's a yes to guitar? Yeah, that's what I thought. Absolute Mayhem, go figure. It's funny Absolute Mayhem says that because I'm pretty sure he's probably the one guy that's seen this guitar already. So, I haven't picked this thing up since I did a fret polish on it and I restrung it some months ago, and I pulled a shim out from under the bridge and it's settled, so now it's fretting out pretty good. I don't have an Allen key to just adjust the neck off a bit, which I gotta do. But back playing with One Day to Live, we used to do some unplugged gigs, and that's why I love when Johnny says heavy mellow, if Johnny's still in the chat, because that's what I used to call our unplugged stuff, was heavy mellow, because we still played in drop C. And so I picked this thing up. Oh geez, it's such a jumbo body. I picked this thing up on a Thursday and I was gigging with it that Saturday night. All natural fit. Look at that, guys. Gold plated Grovers. We got the eSonic 2 system. If you guys can see that. Awesome. I think that's coming through, right? Sure. Let's say it is. Stereo output. Got the piezo, whatever you want to call it, under there. Then we got right in front of the fretboard, magnetic pickup. So you got independent EQs for each of them, as well as a phase. Put them in or out of phase, I guess, yeah. Then a blend, as well as a master volume. The blend, I can go one pickup more to the other, depending on what I want. Oh, there's Johnny. So yeah, heavy mellow. You can hear it fretting out, eh, guys? Sorry. Wow, that is really fretting out. Wish I had a capo handy, so it sounds actually okay up on the neck. Yeah, it's almost unplayable. Something like that. Hey, Scott Nickerson's in the house. R2R3 says, nice, pulled out my Ovation 12 string I bought my first paycheck. I've not played it in years, still sounds great. Nice. Yeah, time to dig out the Allen keys. Yeah, the problem is I don't know where they are. To finish Absolute Mayhem setup the other day, I actually had to wait for him to bring some Allen keys into the shop so I could do the neck adjustment before giving it back to him. So yeah, it played great the last time I had it out, but I also set it up last fall. Light strings on it, BB. Yeah, I could probably put a thicker string on it too, and that would help. So. So that's it there. I don't know what year. Handcrafted in China. QC inspected. Looking at the serial number, I would say it's probably a 2008. That's my guess. So, yeah, pretty decent fit and finish. I gigged with this thing. Oh, I don't know how many times. Hair tie and a pencil for a capo. Now you got me thinking. No. Oh, wait. I think I put a capo in the case. Right. What a concept. Uh-oh, we froze. Can you still hear me? Well, Bruce says he hears and sees me. All right. Just keep moving up the fretboard till we find a key. .22 22nd fret. Johnny Bean says Nesdal puts his capo on the 22nd fret. That's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are. I think I still have the shims for this thing somewhere, although I may have used them in another project. And apparently the preamp is made by Shadow. Well, there we are. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember when I bought this thing. 3 or 4 years ago, I've had it. That's awesome. So, yeah, that's the old flat top. I love the fact, it's funny, it's got the built-in tuner, but where they place it, you have to tilt it so far back to read it. You can no longer reach the tuners, or at least I can't, and I figure I'm 6 feet tall. Ty says, Ben, are you streaming from home? Yes, sir. Tonight I am at home. Richie is sick again. Yeah, I know people are popping in and out, so I'll just mention it throughout the show. Richie's quite sick tonight, so he said he had to bail. He felt bad. So I'm going solo from my place. And, yeah, that's what we're doing. Scott Nickerson says, Johnny Bean, I picked up my Stratocaster yesterday. I was the one who messaged you on your webpage. And then JJ's House of Jam says, phone died, I'm back. Alright, did you miss the guitar, JJ? Because you're a buddy. I'll pick it up again for you. So is that a new, you got a new Strat, or are you just picking up your Strat that you haven't played in a while, Scott? I'm assuming a new Strat. Just curious. Wow, 17 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you. It's awesome. So what else do we got going on? What else we got going on? We actually hit 42, 43 degrees today, which you guys are probably like, that doesn't sound warm. I was out in just this shirt and loved it. Absolute Mayhem has a question. Thank you. I can already tell the Schecter is going to be the start of a collection. What advice do you have for flipping guitars? Alright, and Showman Blue says, I'm listening, but got to get back to building the computer. Don't forget your ground thing, Showman. Always wear your ground when working on that stuff, right? Feet is spinning a bit, but I'm a long way away. Well, see, there's the problem. You're in the future. Actually, you should be able to see, yeah, because I'm broadcasting this, but to you it's last night, so you should already see it now. Buy low, sell high, yeah. Alright, let's say you show up at Buddy's place. We're going to say this is strictly your Kijiji, Craigslist type thing, because you're not going to... well, you can get deals like in pawn shops, because, let's be honest, sometimes they don't know what they have. But let's just say, we're going to talk the, you know, the fair market value. Let's say your $500 guitar. You see the $500 guitar on, I'll say Kijiji, American, substitute Craigslist, you're outside North America, whatever your equivalent is, buy and sell ads online type thing. Awesome, thanks guys, that's awesome. Yeah, so, you know, you find it, you get in touch with Buddy, you go over or whatever, you're looking at the $500 guitar, and you love that model guitar. But the condition really, you know, stuff that didn't show up in photos, it's really your 425 guitar at best. don't decide you have to have it. Always be prepared to walk away. You know, if it doesn't feel right, doesn't play right for you, or maybe you're like, okay, you know, and let's be honest, like, especially you, Absolute Mayhem, because you know somebody like me, which helps, and I'm not saying that in a braggy way, but, you know, let's say, you know, you'd probably already discussed the details with me before you go, and I'd say, okay, you know, like, on you need, you know, and do your research. Like, certain guitars, they all kind of have idiosyncrasy. Yeah, I'm seeing 19 now too, BB. That's awesome. Yeah, you know, they all, you know, like, let's say Gibson Les Pauls, for instance, prone to headstocks breaking off. So look for repairs around the headstock area, or any tilt-back headstock for that matter. All right, this is a good example. So, tilt back, look for damage around the nut. Look for excessive glue and crap around the nut. Like, has the nut been replaced a bunch of times? Chicken Alfredo, okay. So, see, if you don't know much about guitars, bring someone that does, and bring a black light. Yes, black lights will show up cracks, imperfect, weird, well, it'll show up other things too. So, yeah. Let's see here, if we can get in here. Right in here. Sometimes you'll see stress cracks. It might just be the finish. That's fine. If it's more than just the finish, yeah, no. You know, unless you really know what you're getting into, stay away from that kind of thing. Blackie DH and me were talking about that on a telly he was looking at. I couldn't quite tell from the check. Yeah, check the frets out. You know, is it going to need fret work? You know, if they're really dinged up, you're looking way more expensive. Is that a Mockingbird? Oh, shoot, yeah. Yeah, it is, buddy. BC, this is my Valentine's gift to myself this year. It's plywood. I really have to continue working on this nut because it's not really that playable. Well, actually, it's not bad. So yeah, stress cracks there. This one's got a crack in the finish, but I could tell, you know, well, actually it's got on both sides. So yeah, if you guys could see it, unfortunately, it does have the cracks on both sides, but it's just the finish. Check the neck's not twisted. You'll see a lot of guys doing this. No. Always sight from the headstock down. Look to see if there's a bow in the neck. So I'm going to hold it this way. So let's say you're looking down the neck. Yeah, that's a good angle. A lot of guitars that meet in this area, make sure there's not a hump right where it meets the body. Because that'll happen. You'll have a mini bow. Rather than the whole fretboard have a nice continuous slight bow to it, look for that. You know, if it's got a bow, that's okay. As long as it's not a major bow, that's fine, because you can adjust it. Don't humps. Stay away from humps. Oh, Johnny's saying on his new website, speaking of which, yes, johnnybean.com. Yeah, you can log into your Facebook or Twitter accounts on my site when leaving comments. What else? Scratchy pots, who cares? Honestly, best way to fix scratchy pots, work them. You don't need a ton of contact cleaner in there and stuff like that. And they're, you know, switches, no big deal. But check, you know, and if the pots are scratchy, ask them to knock $5–10 off per scratchy pot. You know, switch, you know, little bits like that. You know, talk them down a bit here, because you can say, look, buddy, I'm going to be spending $40 in parts, plus if I got to pay somebody to put them in there, you know, that's something you got to take care of, you know, and every bit counts. Tuning stability, you know, check to see if you can rattle you believe how many times you can rattle these washers. The nuts are loose, so obviously the guy hasn't been maintaining it. And what I would do in that case, I would just be like, wow, you know, it's kind of loose. I don't understand that. Like, you don't let him know that you know everything about it, but you do enough that he can tell that you kind of, you know, is it going to need a setup? You know, does it play to your liking? Wow, that pickup really leans forward in this thing. Have to look into that. See, I get distracted, so I still haven't put the truss rod cover on this thing. See, Absolute Mayhem, you're not the only one. I took this one off, I still haven't put it, it's in the next room. Yeah, bargaining chips. Everything, you know. Now, of course, if you're doing a trade, too, he's going to do the exact same thing to you. So, you know, but if you can find that common ground and work out the deal, just don't overpay. Don't fall in love with it. It's got, you know, this thing had some damage, and like they wanted $175 for this, tax in, with a case. So I said, okay, I'll take it. You know, I said, any room for, nope, because it's tax in. Yeah, Johnny Bean says, yeah, when looking at a used guitar, you want to point out everything that's wrong or busted. Exactly. Yeah, so the guy's like, oh yeah, you know, it's tax in, so no deal, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. So he starts going through a stack of gig bags. And I said, well, what are you doing? I thought it came with a case. And he says, well, a gig bag is a case. I'm like, no. And we're not talking like those nice Dave Nesdall gig bags even. We're talking the El Cheapo profile $20 gig bags or whatever. So that's not a case. So he keeps putting them out, and he's trying to unzip them and put this in. I was like, dude, just lay it on top. If it's too big laying on top, it's definitely not going to fit in. So he grabs it, 3 of them. Because I'm thinking, all right, I'll flip I'll sell the gig bag for $10 or whatever. So after 3, he gave up. And I just said, look, buddy, how about I just give you $150? I don't need the gig bag. You can sell it to someone else, and we'll walk away. And as a result, he did. So $150. I spent $12 on the nut for it. And that's it. Because I could do everything else myself. And I did the nut install myself. You know, I would probably have $200 into it if I even paid someone like Richie to give it the once over. So I didn't have to do that. Because, you know, I can noodle around a bit. You know, like, actually, I think that was the only second time I ever installed a nut on a guitar. First one being on my Epiphone Les Paul when I was holding it and I'd oiled the fretboard and it slipped in my hand, and as it slipped down, I grabbed it and just my finger hitting the nut popped the nut out and it went off like a bottle rocket. So after finding the nut, then I re-secured said nut. Let's see, Medicated One says, my best flip was an LTD MH100, even trade for an Ibanez SZ 520QM. The SZ was a beast with custom pickups. The pickups were worth more than my MH100 I traded. Awesome, buddy. My first electric guitar I bought used, and my dad had always told me, you know, like, buy a good guitar, because that way if you don't like it, you could always get your money out of it if you sold it again. So found an ad in the paper for Les Paul. So I went over to Buddy's place. He had a 1972 Les Paul Deluxe Sunburst with the mini pickups, like the Firebird pickups, which we'll get into in a minute. So he had this thing, and an amp, and a couple of pedals. And this is in 1990, I want to say, give or take. Hey, Shane's in the house. You're alone tonight. Did you fire Shanahan? Can I apply for the position? Richie is super sick. Steph is sick. Both of them missed work today. So yeah, I'm flying solo tonight. Hence the name Canuck With Guitar. So yeah, wow, I got distracted there. Where was I? Is that terrible? Thanks, Shane. Oh yeah, so yeah, the Les Paul. Jeez. So we get to this guy's house, my dad and me, because again, you bring someone along who knows about guitars, right? And what do I know? I was 15, 16. I don't know about guitars. So picked up the guitar. My dad played it for a minute. I picked it up. I probably played Louie Louie, something like that. Yeah, Johnny Bean. Meet Shane. Shane, meet Johnny Bean. There we go. Shane's our drummer at the Honey Badger outfit, hence the avatar. I put a tusk nut in that one. Whatever those black tusk nuts are for the highest sustain and stuff. And so yeah, we show up at Buddy's place, and right away he says to me, all right, here's the deal. We got to make this quick. I'm leaving town. My ride's coming in 10 minutes. I walked out of there with the Les Paul, a Hohner. It turned out it was a keyboard amp, a solid state 115 keyboard amp, the guitar with its original case, an original MXR distortion pedal, you know, with no LED or anything. I don't even think it was called Distortion Plus, but it's the Randy Rhoads distortion box. An original Boss CE2 chorus pedal for $750 for everything. Now, granted, that was a fair amount of money in 1990. And I did sell the guitar a few years later for $500. Yeah, the yellow one, the creamy yellow. It wasn't the full-on yellow. Yeah. And I honestly, I sold the guitar for $500 because that's what used Les Pauls were going for. And I had already sold the MXR distortion for $100. Distortion Plus. Okay. Yeah, I sold it for $100 to a Randy Rhoads fan, and MXR was out of business at the time, folks, so you couldn't buy these things. And again, $100 was decent money. I sold the guitar for $500 because I had the mini humbuckers. They're lower output. I just couldn't get a tone out of them that I liked. And I had my Strat as well, and my dad said to me, well, what guitar is more versatile for you? And I said, well, Les Paul sounds like a Les Paul, and the Strat, you can get a lot more different sounds out of it. He says, well, I think you answered your question. I said, okay, and plus, that Les Paul, you know, no weight relief. I don't know what that thing weighed, but it was a lot. It was a backbreaker. Shoulder breaker, everything else breaker. Maybe that's why I got a bad shoulder now. Playing that Les Paul for a few years. So yeah, still got the chorus pedal. Where is that? Oh, it's on my pedal board at work. Still got that chorus pedal to this day because, well, Boss CE2, made in Japan. It was awesome. I might have got, I don't know, you know, patch cables and all that stuff too, but I have a Distortion Plus modded by Alchemy in Chicago. Awesome. Dry Heat 480 says. That's awesome. Any other questions? Anything you guys come across? Throw it out there while I'm looking at my notes here. Oh, yes. So there's something that's happened I've noticed in this YouTube world. So, you know, we'd be... Boss E2, yeah, awesome, Johnny. Awesome. I only retired it from my pedal board because I didn't like gigging with it because I couldn't replace it affordably. So I ended up replacing it with a Mod Tone Aqua Chorus, which sounds amazingly close. Sorry, everyone working on this pedal, but listening, Gas and Bullets. That's cool, buddy. Oh, Shane has a question. I have a question. Where's my guitar, punk? Your guitar is still at Richie's place. So, yeah. And Wayne, Absolute Mayhem, just responded to a message I sent to him several hours ago. Thanks, Wayne. Didn't get the pop-up. That one has the sound. Yeah, it does. It does. Love it. Yeah, your guitar's at Richie's place. I didn't feel like driving out to Rich's, get infected with sick, just to show off your guitar. So we'll show it off next week if that's okay. If not, you can take it home and I'll take photos of it. And I'll just hold up my camera next week. Or hold up my phone and show it off. So there we go. Boo, I'm missing its moment in the spotlight. Yeah. 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 Sorry. It is a nice guitar though. We'll show it off. We'll get it on here eventually. Larry was going to show off his bass tonight too, and Larry was going to sit off camera, I guess, or I offered to have him on, but then I told him the no cursing. He didn't like that. Medicated One says, do you like Godin Seagull? I own one Godin Progression and two Seagulls. An Excursion. Great sounding stuff. Let's go down the route there. So, I see a lot of Americans will claim, you know, American built. They're Canadian. Up until a few years ago, yes, they do have an American factory now in the Northeast, but the Canadian built, and built in Quebec. When it comes, over the years, their electrics, they were one of those companies, like they build a Les Paul style, you know, Strat style, Tele style, whatever, and they always did something a little weird to them for some reason. Just realize how dark I am. There we go. Tilt that back a bit. Yeah, weird. They always did something weird, and it just turned me off them. Great sounding, but I have an issue with, I gotta like the looks of it too. Seagulls, amazing sounding acoustics. Can't stand those narrow headstocks, guys. The headstock more or less comes to a point, like thinner than a Flying V, so that way all the strings go straight through the slot, and then you don't have a break off to the side past the nut, which is a great idea. I don't like it. It's an ugly headstock. Sound great, play great. I don't like it. So yeah, And I try to support Canadian companies. Actually, I just saw somebody got an endorsement deal with a Canadian company with Prestige Guitars. Who got an endorsement in the last week with Prestige Guitars? So I don't think it was a Canadian news source I saw. It was somebody in LA or something. Mine is Strat Style, the HDR switch. I'm not a fan of the Seagull either. Yeah, Richie gigged with a Godin. It was a HSH setup, I think. HSH. Positions 1 and 5, humbucker. 4, it would coil tap it. Yeah, kind of setup. Sounded great, played great. I forget what he did with it. The Echoplex pedal also gives you a chorus sound when using it, Johnny Bean says. Yeah, the modulation in there, right? Because it's like a tape echo. Yours is an SSS. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. You can pick them up. They retain their value pretty good. They retain their value pretty good. I gotta get a tape echo of some kind. I'm jealous. Actually, Johnny, I have been resisting the urge because I've been trying to save up to get to Gearfest. You mentioned, I don't know if it was on a recent live stream or it might have been an old one and I just watched it recently, that you have like 4 original MXR flangers from back in the day. I could have swore I heard that sometime, someplace recently, and I was just like, oh, I was taking everything not to message you. Do you want to sell your 4th one? Do you want to sell your 3rd one? Huh? Yeah. Oh, Moberg, just like my post on his timeline. Oh, I wish him a happy birthday. Yeah, if you guys are Pursuit of Happiness fans, Moberg's birthday is today. So yeah. Good old Mo. I'm an adult now, hard to laugh, cigarette dangles. Let's see here. Medicaid one says, I paid $550 for mine, and I've seen the exact model and year going for $1,200 on Reverb. Yeah. Well, Godin's got a great reputation south of the border, too, especially those electric acoustics, like Chet Atkins style. A lot of the country guys all have one of them in their rigs, especially the session guys. You know, they got a Les Paul, a Tele, a Strat, and a Godin. Haven't used them in years. Vintage MXR flangers. Yeah. So tempting, buddy. So tempting. Like, I need another flanger. I got 2 sitting up there, and I don't have a single one on my pedal board. So, like, I need another flanger. Yeah. Oh, who'd I see got a new endorsement? Oh, what's his name? And who was it with? Johnny Highland got a new endorsement. He's got a new guitar out. Like an ESP LTD, maybe? One of those? Did he go with them? I saw he was playing with some JHS pedals, too, and that was awesome. Check out that video, guys. It's about 8 minutes long. Johnny Highland, if you're not familiar with, amazing Nashville picker. Amazing shredder, too. He sits down and starts playing with some JHS pedals, and, you know, Johnny Highland threw an Angry Charlie. Ooh, boy. It was awesome. Awesome stuff. Oh, my beverages. Still almost full. It's not terrible. Jeez, you guys got me talking way too much. What else we got going on? I think we covered, excuse me, the guitar flipping thing. Don't fall in love with it. Don't overpay. If it seems like too good a deal to be true, chances are it is. The MXR, no, R2, R3. If memory serves, Andy Summers used an Electric Mistress a lot. And a lot for his chorusy stuff too, the Electric Mistress. I actually bought the Mini or the Neo Mistress just because I was trying to get some Andy Summers sounds. Well, that and some Eddie stuff too. The only JHS I have is the JHS modded Soul Food awesome pedal with the mods. Medicated one says. What is the mod that they do on that? I'm curious because I have a Soul Food and a modded Soul Food, and I say modded Soul Food in the fact that I have the Electro Harmonics Crayon, which is just a Soul Food, but instead of a tone, it's got a bass and treble, which again is their version of the Klon. Oh, okay. Johnny Bean says Andy used the Electric Mistress and the MXR back in the day. Well, I guess we're all right. And Dry Heat asks, isn't he blind, legally blind? Yes, Johnny Highland is, excuse me, legally blind. Yeah, and yeah, when it comes to buying something used, if it's too good to be true, chances are. Well, remember we were discussing that last week, the follow-up to getting rid of Larry's Telecaster when we showed up. Mr. Shady Guy was trying to pawn off that knockoff Angus Young SG to us, claiming it was the real thing. It wasn't. Bass boost on the side and 3-position clipping switch, germanium open and standard. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, Zach. Ooh. Talking pedals. I have one modded pedal. There's something to show off. Oh, let's try not to knock everything down, because yeah, okay. Might as well look up to see if I've actually taken it out of its box to display it, but I didn't. Oh, somehow I lost my octave pedal. I have an old DOD Octaver, I think it's called. The bane of some people's existence. Police Synchronicity was my first cassette I ever purchased. Very proud of that. That was a great album, Scott Nickerson. See, he was mentioning that switch. Yeah, Walking on the Moon, I hear in my head. Yeah. Oh Lord, the Metal Zone. Yeah, but it's not a metal... this is a Metal Zone that was modded. Actually, by a buddy of mine. Who does some pedal mods. Wasn't it Kiesel? Yes. Thank you, BV. Ben wasn't a kid. Johnny Highland. So yeah, 3-way switch. It's a tri-gain mod. He also changed the LED, so I think it's like blue or white or something. Kind of like a tube screamer. This, and then this more. It's pretty crazy. Does it have an on-off switch? This? Oh yeah. There's no battery in it. But let's see if I can't. No, I don't have a plug to be able to even plug an adapter in. Darn it! Otherwise, I'd play it. Second was Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now, see, Scott, that was my first vinyl album. Was Michael Jackson's Thriller. I don't know. I think my first cassette might have been Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA. Or I bought secondhand Men at Work's album. The one with, Who Could It Be Now and all that on it. Their big album. And Billy Joel's House of Glass, Broken Glass. When he's throwing the... No, it wasn't that one. Oh, shoot. Innocent Man. Billy Joel, Innocent Man. Glass Houses. Yeah, I had that on vinyl. That's right. And Medicaid, when my first cassette was Boney M. Don't judge me. We don't judge. We don't judge. We do not judge. We're all hanging out. We're all friends and family, right? So yeah, I can't remember why I bought that. I went on a pedal buying spree a few years ago. He was clearing out his collection. I walked in and bought, I don't know, 5-10 pedals off him. And on advice from older sister, only in grade 5, I think, but Thriller as well has Eddie on it. Yep. Thriller, that would have been 4th grade for me, I believe it was. And a year later, 5th grade, that was when Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry, and Motley Crue's Theater of Pain, and Quiet Riot's Mental Health album, those all hit. And you had to have them. Van Halen's 1984. That sweet 84, 85 time. Man, so much good music. Even the pop stuff. Yeah, you have Michael Jackson doing their thing. Duran Duran was finishing up Into the Power Station. And Madonna finally hit the map. She found her groove. But it was all great. Prince's Purple Rain. Gosh, how big was that, right? And then we had all the British stuff coming over. The Culture Club, Bananarama, all that stuff, following the heels of the Spandau Ballets and all that stuff. Def Leppard, yeah, Pyromania, right? Medicated One says, my bass player gave me a Boss CE5. Have to have chorus for that old classic rock we cover. Yeah, I use it on all my reggae stuff. It's pretty much the only time I use. I actually went without a chorus. It was weird for a while there. Rich and I were talking. I think it was one of the first shows we did. We were discussing that, the fact that there was a period of time where neither one of us had a chorus pedal on our board. Dry Heat says, has anyone watched the RNA video about gas? Very good. RNA. I don't know RNA. It's probably just buzzing over me. Scott Nixon says, I'm a metalhead too. Old metalhead. Yeah. Yeah, I stopped at Pantera. That was it for me. That was one of the last new bands I ever listened to, probably. I'm 52. This is my first chorus. Nothing wrong with that. Of course it was Shane. He says his first cassette he bought with my own money was a Kimbo Lago, Kim Mitchell's album. Now, was that the one with Go for a Soda and everything on it? Yeah, Kim Mitchell. That was a big album. Go for a Soda was huge. I think that was big even in the US for you guys. Because Kim broke through pretty good in the US. I remember that. I would say Godsmack was the last newer band for me. Well, Scott Nickerson, see, I knew of Godsmack. It's like Slipknot. The only way I knew them, and I used to give them any credit, was the fact that I would see kids walk around with Slipknot shirts and Pantera shirts, all through the early 2000s. So I'm like, obviously, and I'd see them on the cover of Guitar World with their masks or whatever. I wouldn't know a Slipknot song if you played it for me. But I was like, obviously, they're doing well because they're out there, they got the merch. And same like Godsmack, I knew of them. I was playing One Day to Live for a full year before they updated the format on local radio station to more newer rock. They played a Godsmack song, and I thought it was us. Went over to Richie's place after work. There we go. And I said to him, how come you didn't tell me I played in a Godsmack tribute band? He's like, dude, I thought you knew. You would have sussed that out before you joined the band. I'm like, nope. I have a Rockman amp. Tom Schultz from Boston has that Def Leppard chorus sound. You want that Def Leppard sound? Right there. What is that? There. Let's flip you around. There you go, boys. MOSFET Lead 100. So that is a solid state version of a JCM 800. 80s, I picked that up for Richie. Again, flipping stuff, right? I picked it up for him in Belleville on the way home from work one night. And, of course, I knew the guy who was selling it. Rich didn't know him, but I knew him. And so we took that home. I plugged it in. I think we put it through the Fender DeVille cab, like a 410. Hey, it's my mom. Hi. Mom made stew and biscuits tonight. It was awesome. So yeah, so Richie played a few licks through it. Now, let's be honest, Rich is 11 years younger than me. And I made a point of checking out a riff I used to know. The riff I knew, when I was a teenager. And so he hands me the Les Paul, and I tweak the EQ a bit. And I just started playing Def Leppard's Photograph. He was across the outside of the room, just about dropped his drink, turned around and he went, that's the tone. I went, yep. Shane says, hi, Ben's mom, I want stew and biscuits. No doubt. That's awesome. 2M's, Scott. 2M's. Coombs. I'll let it. It was a typo, right? Honestly, it was a typo. Everyone's saying hi to my mom. She's like, what is he doing back there? If anyone has ever had the CE1 sound, check out the Retrosonic Chorus Ensemble. It's great. I think Larry Mitchell has one on his board also, BV Ninja says. Nice. Shane says my mom is the coolest. Yeah, well, she comes out to our shows sometimes. She supports the scene. Thumbs ups for Ben's mom. Sure, hey, we got 20 thumbs ups. That's awesome. I was going to do the telethon thing. I'm staying on the air until I get 20 thumbs ups, and then you guys would take them away. You let go up to 19. The show hits a stalemate because my mom enters the chat. So yeah, 80s tone. Not 80s, not 80s. Well, the crayon, you know, it's like a clone, right? We got the Mistress. Got a made in Japan Boss CE2 compressor pedal up there. Amazing sound. Hey, Fender Guru's in the house. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Be what, late morning for you, I would assume? What guitar am I playing with? We showed off. Yeah, we got new viewers. Let's show it again. We showed off the flat top tonight, Ma. The gold hardware. That's right. It is cool. And then we showed off the Valentine's present, because I don't think Showman had seen it before. Now, I wish this did have the old BC Rich logo, because it's got the old style headstock. I wish they had done, you know, the BC Rich, but beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, this is what we do, Ma. Hang out, have a pint, hang out with our friends. So yeah, I'm not doing too much playing. I was playing a bit earlier today. What was I playing? Before Joe Wentz went on, briefly. Yeah, he's been having internet connection issues lately and stuff, so. And yeah, Johnny, you were mentioning the other night how we can now go live straight from the laptop. Gotta go and put the goop on my head. Yes, for those who don't know, my mom had surgery, what was that, a couple of weeks ago, Mom? She had to get a little cancerous thing going on there, but we found out she has got a slight infection, so she's got to leave the stitches in for a little while longer, get that all cleared up. But she's cancer-free, folks. That's where thumbs up's right freaking there. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, Shane. I think you might have left last night. But yeah, Mom's cancer-free. Simon and Patrick acoustics are nice. Yeah, they're made, they're like an entry-level Washburn. They're nice. Okay, you did. Okay, awesome, buddy. And yes, I saw somebody was asking. Yes, Stubby Blues. Stubby Blues. They're back. I feel like a Mackenzie brother. But yeah, Johnny. Yeah, see you, Mom. We'll talk later. Like as I'm walking through the living room later. What? Oh, we're gonna allow that. Yeah, see, Johnny, they tried to block, here I'm trying to highlight it like you'd see that. JJ's comment, that got blocked. Weird how sometimes that happens. But, yeah, Johnny, if we go live on the laptop, it sounds like Hangouts, so you can't play guitar. Or Joe did, he went live, but privately and tried it out, and that's why I'm not doing it tonight. Because I thought, in case I want to play guitar or something like that. So, yes, but I'm wondering, though, Johnny, can you... It's not like Hangouts, though, where you can invite people in, I wonder. I have to check into that. Because if you can, then you don't have to use Hangouts and you can still have multiple people. Then definitely, I'm down for that. I'll be using that going forward. That'd be awesome. No, it's only you. Okay, that's what I thought. You just saying, yeah, it's the mic. Yeah. Okay. So what else we got going on? How are we doing for time? Oh, wow. It's already after 9. Wow. Let's look at the notes. Oh, yeah, since I plugged them once before it was even the top of the hour. If you get a mic, it'll sound better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely give that a shot. So, renofin.ca, renofin.ca. That's Travis Taylor, builds amazing guitars. Nice prices. He builds custom to order. Similar to what Gas and Bullets does with pedals, except he builds guitars. And yeah, he's our Thursday night show sponsor. We are super happy to have him on board. He's happy to be working with us, which is really, really cool. Ooh, there's something I was going to cover. Silica packs. You guys know little silica packs. Every time you buy something, you get a little silica pack in with your pair of shoes or whatever, right? You toss them in. I hang on to them. If you guys are in an area that has high humidity, I don't know if you've ever had, I keep my guitars in cases. I've opened up guitar cases and found mold on the guitars. You know, just, yeah, furry mold up around the nut area. Silica tastes amazing. No, Shane, that's where they're all going. But yeah, I throw just a couple of them in the guitar case. One up around the headstock, one usually wherever, if you have a single cut, I'll just throw it in there. And I've been mold free in my guitars for a few years now after I started doing that. So, you know, if they're in a drier environment, don't obviously do it because they do suck out moisture. But if you're prone to having excess moisture in your guitar cases, do it, especially summertime. You know, just put them aside. When you pick them up, throw them in a sandwich bag so they're not going to keep pulling ambient moisture out of the air. But if you have them sealed in something, like a Ziploc bag or something like that, when the time comes, heading out, BV. Have a good one, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Glad you stopped in. Hope you're enjoying your time over in Japan, and we will talk soon. Definitely. And then, of course, yeah, check out Vetrotone pedals on Reverb. If any kids are watching, do not eat the silica packs. Yes. Shane says, I don't blame you. I don't shame you for your vices, so leave silica addiction alone. Fine. Fine. And he said he was looking at the Renofin site, and it's impressive. Yeah, it is. Another site's impressive. You like that little logo that I got watermarked there. Or you guys have seen my avatar when I'm hanging in the chat. We have a merch site, spreadshirt.com or spreadshirt.ca. Doesn't matter. It redirects you. We got merch. We're using any money from that goes towards us doing our contest to again cover things like shipping and stuff like that. You know, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it for the community. So, yeah, check them out. We've got long sleeve shirts. We've got t-shirts. We've got... I have an order from them. Something coming in. I was wondering who the other order was. I was checking the orders. I was like, hey, I sold merch. And now I know. It's just my drummer ordering a shirt. Can we see a pic of one? Well, Bruce, normally if this was me and Richie together, yes, I would show one off because Mr. Bruce, Mr. BHB himself, was the first person to have a Canucks with Guitar shirt, which he opened up, I believe, a day early because it was a birthday gift from his much. But I got some pictures this morning, and he got himself an acid wash style red Canucks with Guitar shirt that I'm sure he's going to be wearing all throughout Gearfest when we're hanging out together, having we're going to do shenanigans, and we're going to be up to no good. I'm sure Jen's going to just love us by the end of the day. Going to be a couple 3-year-olds running around high on pixie sticks or something. And Shane says, I'm a Canucks with Guitar fan. I can't wait to meet you for real. Zach Thong asks me, Ben, what's your favorite Neil Young song? Oh. Well, the guy released, what, 60 albums. I cover several songs he wrote. Pal Guitars popped in. Hey, pal. Hey, Johnny, are you on later today? Are you, Johnny? Are you going live later? Or you wait until tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific? Johnny Bean, along with Dave Nesdall, will be on. Jay Hannon may be on, but he may not be because he's got some people coming over and stuff. See, I watched the Tuesday show. I was there. So yeah, Shane has a different opinion of Neil Young. I don't know if I have a favorite. It depends on what type of mood I'm in, honestly. Um, oh, what was I listening to? Oh, isn't that terrible? Not Down by the River. That wasn't it. Pocahontas? No. I can hear it in my head. Ohio. I cover Ohio. I like Ohio. Ohio is a good song. Old Man's good. I cover Ohio. I cover Downtown. I used to cover For What It's Worth, but that's not what I'm thinking of. I cover another Neil Young song. We were working out Tonight for a while. Yeah, we still do Ohio. Yeah, why am I saying I cover? We cover. Yeah, we cover Ohio. We do Downtown. We do another Neil Young song, don't we, Shane? TSMY maybe? Oh, it's not terrible. No, those set lists are from a different band, so that's not going to help. Shows how long it's been since I've used that guitar in case. Helpless is a great song. Yeah. A lot of stuff on After the Gold Rush and Harvest and, like the Buffalo Springfield right into the CSMY and the solo stuff. That period, of like 6, 7 years, he was putting out so much stuff. We were going to, but I said I hit my quota already. Heart of Gold's a good song. Needle and Damage Done. Isn't that... Well, see, I was listening to a song earlier, and I can't look because it's on my phone, and I can't remember. Oh, it's on the tip of my brain. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, it's gonna come to me the moment I hit end. Cinnamon Girl was good. No, no, it wasn't Cinnamon Girl. We tried, and yeah, we had already given up on Tonight before you joined, Shane. Just as well. It's a bit of a train wreck. Did you forget your phone at the shop? No, I'm using my phone to for you guys to see me. Absolute mayhem. Rocking in the Free World, I've covered that. That's a good tune. I've covered that a few times. Different groups and stuff. It's one of those songs that you can always get up and jam with somebody on stage with. Yeah. Well, just E, D, and C, and then G, D, and C. Van Halen used to play it, yeah. Best cover I heard of rock... Well, cover. Couldn't be. So I saw Neil Young, 1993, opening day of the CNE, which is the Canadian National Exhibition. The day started out with an unknown band. This is 1993, about a year before they broke. Blues Traveler opened the show. Nobody had heard of them. Awesome. Pearl Jam was still touring their first album. Well, maybe the second album had just come out. Soundgarden finishing up their Bad Motorfinger tour, which I believe is their best album, Bad Motorfinger. And then Neil Young headlined. And then at the end of the night, Neil Young did Rockin' in a Free World with members like Chris Cornell and Kim Thayil were at least out. Eddie Vedder was there. Mike McCready was playing. Buddy from Blues Traveler was playing the harp. His name's escaping me. Pearl Jam played with him on MTV. Yeah, that's why one of the reasons we covered Downtown, right? Because that's Neil Young and Pearl Jam. Actually, yeah, we open with that song sometimes. Actually, isn't it weird, Shane? I only start a handful of songs, but I always seem to start the night because we either open with Ohio or Downtown. Yeah, it was an amazing concert. Amazing concert. Yeah. What was that? Near the end of August, downtown Toronto, which is always electric. Yeah. So Blues Traveler, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Neil Young. And Neil Young's backing band, Booker T and the MGs. Yeah. Booker T and the MGs original lineup. So Donald Duck Dunn on bass, Booker T obviously on keyboards. It was awesome. Yeah, Mirrorball. That was a great album. Neil does a show here in the Bay Area. Yeah, he lives in the San Jose area. Has forever, right? He's got the ranch up there. You always see him at San Jose Sharks hockey games too. The bridge benefit. Right. Medicated One says, my singer at rehearsal last night suggested a Taylor Swift song. I wanted to fire on the spot. Dude, no, you can't be dismissive that way. Because you put your own take on it. And then Johnny says you went in 1997. Awesome. Shane, what's that new song that we're doing? Macy Gray? I Try? Her biggest hit there? We do a cover of that now. And it sounds great. Metallica played acoustic. That'd be cool. There's your heavy mellow. Right there, that's your heavy mellow. Yeah, I Try. Yeah, so we cover that song. You know, you just do a different arrangement, different take on it. No. No dry heat. No. I'm not even dignifying that, dry heat. That's true. We do a Jimmy Eat World song and we rock this. See, now that doesn't get blocked. JJ's comment with just the letter F, maybe it's the cancer. See? I don't get it. I don't get the algorithms. Same as the fact that I've seen videos, to get on a tangent. Anybody who watches Dave's World of Fun Stuff knows he drops the occasional swear word or 5 during his 10-minute videos. Yet, he's got the ads, he's got the banner ads, he's got the commercials at the beginning. And yeah. I love Jimmy Eat World. We need one of our tunes to set. I only know Hear You Me. And I can't play that song anymore. Due to a past relationship, I will never play that song again. The Middle. Yeah, we could do a cover of that too. People got mad when he said that. Yeah, bring us some suggestions, Shane. And aren't you supposed to start singing some songs? I was thinking about that last night. I think it was because I can't English today. Yeah. I think, I don't know about you, Shane, but I could tell Richie was smoking again. I could hear the cigarettes in his voice. Just saying. So, yes, Richie was smoking cigarettes last night. Terrible. So. Be right back when E-Sig needs a charger. I hear you, buddy. Yeah, so many big bands came from that area, Johnny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for an extended period of time, too, right? Like, you can look at it right from starting with the psychedelia, if you want, the mid-'60s right through to thrash. Thrash was a Bay Area thing. Was your mic not... Your mic was plugged in last practice, Shane. Because Larry we forgot to disconnect and replace Larry's again. Because I think he would sound like his was still that one that was cutting out. Was my understanding. Well, yeah, Sunday. Speaking of which, Sunday I usually come on about 4 p.m. Eastern time. I may come on a bit early because I have band practice Sunday evening. Couldn't hear anything through it. Oh, maybe we just didn't have any going into the monitor. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it could be too. We just killed the channel last practice when you gave Larry your mic, and then we just never put it back up yesterday. Because remember, the levels were all weird when we started yesterday anyway. So yeah, I might be on early next Sunday or whatever Sunday, April 4th is. Again, I won't be on at 4. I don't know why I'm saying this now, but why not? I have a work commitment that day, so I'm going to go on prior to the work commitment, which is scheduled for 4 p.m. without asking first. Rant. And so I'll probably go on, I don't know, 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time, somewhere in there. Come on for an hour or so. April 4th is a Wednesday. Well, then maybe April 9th? I don't know. I can't check because it's on my phone. So anyways, yeah. I'll be on kind of early the next couple Sundays. Let's just say that. So, I don't know. Johnny, let's not get into details now, buddy. Where am I going? What am I doing? So, yeah. So that's what's going on there. Hopefully Richie will be back next Thursday. We'll probably do I like the idea of calling that live. I like doing that on Tuesdays. All right, so it's probably the 8th for that. Not on me, because live practice, you'll have to ask Rich, Shane. We'll see. Thinking about it. So I've been going an hour and a half. Wow. And I'm back for a sec. I had to re-hit it. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to tell us, it really means a lot. What's going on? And here I'm. He got frustrated and just deleted. I can tell. Joe, if you're watching, we feel your pain. I have spotty internet at times too. Yeah, later, buddy. I'll see you Sunday, Shane, but I'm sure we'll be chatting before then. Again, if you want to be in the contest, just comment on any videos you want to be in the contest. Scott Nickerson says, I am an old guy just getting back into guitar. The internet is a joyous place to learn anything about it. I agree. And hanging out on various channels like myself, Johnny Bean, if you're not already subscribed to him, definitely subscribe to him, although I think you all are. And who else? Joe Wentz Project. Definitely check out Joe. He's awesome. Down-to-earth guy. Love him. He's a great guy. Him and Johnny really just helped me decide to do this. Just keep it simple during the week or on weekends, depends on the day. I'm going to start doing some Google Hangouts and inviting some new fine folks. So, yeah, you want to come show off your guitar collection or something? Whatever. Love to do a hangout with you, buddy. Have you on. So, yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much me for the night. You know, the beverage is going down fast. Well, we got a bit left, so. Any other last thoughts? Final thoughts? I'm not Jerry Springer, but I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Again, Caleb Rappaport, check him out as well. Thanks to the guys like all of you. Well, we try, Scott. We try. Actually, I got a nice message this week. A young guy was hanging out in the chat on Sunday. He messaged me afterwards apologizing for so many questions he asked. And I was like, dude, don't. You know, like, all questions, as long as it's not something silly, it's all warranted. You know, ask. Find that information. Why Google search and have to go through all these message boards and stuff when you can just ask? Dry Heat says, my daughter and I are setting up a music room. Awesome. The Medicated One says, no final thoughts. Have yourself a great evening. Well, I'm working on it, buddy. I was supposed to have the day off tomorrow, but I got a message from the boss just before coming on. And, yeah, they needed me to work tomorrow. So I'm going to pick up a shift tomorrow. So that's some extra money. Because we could all use that money, right? Retracted your typo, did you, Mr. Bruce? I saw that. I don't know if we're back. Hey, we're back one more. Okay, yeah, it's dropping, so. JJ's House of Jams, subscribe. Mr. BHB, the birthday boy tomorrow. Yes. So, anyone else? Absolute Mayhem. Shane, of course. You know I love you, brother. If you're still here watching. Dry Heat. Scott Nickerson. Showman Blues was in here. Pal Guitars. Medicated One up in Kirkland Lake. Scott Nickerson. You're in Edmonton, I want to say. Lots of Canucks. You know, you guys, well, I'm not going to push it too hard, but you know, y'all need a Canucks with a guitar t-shirt. That's what y'all need. I want everyone to have a great night. If you're on the East Coast, you know, you're probably in for the night. If not, go out, have some fun. West Coast, enjoy your evenings. Be good, be safe. Just be nice. There's so much negativity in the world. Let's just try to all be a little nicer. You know, hold the door open for somebody. Let someone in traffic. What's the big deal? You know, it's going to take you an extra minute to get there. whatever. JJ says, new product arrived today. Going to do an unboxing and post it. Yes! Subscribe to JJ's House of Jams. So until next time, folks, rock on. Peace and love to everyone. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night on Johnny Bean Show. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Well, let's be honest, Johnny. 8:10, 8:12 Eastern, 5:10, 5:12 Pacific. I couldn't resist, buddy. So until then, everyone have a great night, and I'll talk to everyone later. Cheers.